Plainsboro came by way of a builder who we were very interested in, and my husband read the New York Times and he loved the builder and what he was doing. And we went to look at a property up in Upper New York State, and he was sold out, and they said, well, he's building in Jersey, and so we came down to Jersey. We were in Franklin Park, and they said, well, we're all sold out here, but why don't you go to Plainsboro? And my comment was, what's Plainsboro? Where's Plainsboro? And then we found it. And we looked, we liked what we saw. We didn't know about the people or the education system because we were not primarily interested in education because we were older people with grandchildren. And when we began to realize, we picked a plot, they built the house, we moved in, and I became very interested in, because my husband realized that this township was built to build a bigger school. They needed more room. They only had a 2-room schoolhouse. And my husband said, this didn't sound right. So the people who lived here at that time went to Trenton and negotiated for the township of Plainsboro. So my husband immediately said, and he was from the New York City school system, my husband immediately said, this is the education township. And then we began to look around and we saw the children coming and going, and we began to realize what a diverse community it was. And the more I learned about the community, the better I liked it, and I felt we had made a very wise choice.
Go here, go this side. Go this side. Go that way.
Oh, okay.
Maybe turn.
I've been living here since 1998. Just one of those things that happened. I moved from New York to Plainsboro, and I found it very green and lovely, so I was happy that I moved.
Good chat.
You're doing a good job.
I came to the community centre to see if there was anything for seniors, and was made very welcome by the people and got to know all the programs for the seniors.
I come from the North Carolina state, and I've since 17 years I'm in USA from India, and I worked 13 years in North Carolina. After retirement, I came over here to stay with my son.
We had people here from all over the world, and they were interested in working together and in sharing. We're not a melting pot, we are a mosaic. And we have cultures from many countries, from dress to food to religion. And by sharing everything, no matter what size, what shape, what color we are kind to one another, we learn from one another.
It was a very welcome change from New York, which is, I lived in Queens in New York and worked at Elmhurst Hospital. And I would sometimes wish I could get to greener pastures. And when I came to Plainsboro, there couldn't be anything greener.
When I first came, I didn't feel too comfortable, but I was very quickly made welcome by the senior groups and by Tina in particular. And I think it's just the friendliness of the people in the senior group.
There are different people like from India, from China, from Korea, from other countries like that one.
I like the diversity. I grew up in New York, and I loved meeting people and learning. Every time I meet somebody, I learn. We get involved in a conversation, in an activity.
Where I lived before in Maine, there was practically no diversity at all, so it was something different for me. Yeah.
I enjoy to talk with all the countries' people and to take any activities with those people.
There is diversity. In the school system, you have all communities and all, both national as well as international communities.
the diversity, I was been very impressed with my grandson's schooling, how he has come to be very knowledgeable about other cultures, and we're very, very happy about that for him.
It wasn't even developed at the time I moved in. There wasn't enough street light at that time, but I've seen it grow right before my eyes. Not only have street lights come on, but everything else there's a Plainsboro Village now. So, it's, as I said, it's a very pretty place. The school system is excellent.
You want it? Take. Take this, no? Take, yeah, I will.
The senior center, the township itself, they have such lovely programs and traditions that are, celebrated.
I go to the exercise programs, which I think are absolutely terrific, and the special Fabulous Fridays, and I go on the trips.
I think one has a better quality of life for sure.
Different activities, and I just attend mostly exercise, like that, different type of exercise every day for 5 days a week, and I love that one. At this age, I love this exercise, all this exercise.
And there's a variety of the exercise. It's not just one type every day. It's you have jazzercise one day, you have Zumba another day, you have chair exercise, you have a lighter version of Zumba, you have strength training. So there is a lot of variety. And today we are doing wreath making.
This year I have been to the Patsy Cline show, went to the Poconos. Where else did we go? Oh, we went to Atlantic City earlier in the year. We went to the Franklin Museum, to name a few.
I love the activity of people, and I want to see people remain active. And it's my intent to keep people moving. And since I like what I do, it helps me stay in contact with exercise, storytelling, puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, and I find that people are very accepting. Every time you have an idea, you find somebody that you can share it with, and you're never alone, and you should never be alone.
They had a Halloween masquerade ball, which was really very funny. And I've been to a poetry reading his class had. So yeah, and the sports day when they did all the running around outside.
Plainsboro is a very clean town and very greenery, and also there are good roads and the traffic and everything, and very all customized and everything. I like that one in this town.
And I found that it was a very, very interesting and growing community, and it seems to be going and moving in that direction all along. So I love the intergenerational aspect of it. Just because I'm older, I don't want to live necessarily in a senior community where all I see people my own age. I like to see children and dogs and people playing, people enjoying the area, and the history of the area is extremely interesting.